Hey everybody, this is Brian with Bear Cards 34, coming back with a YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. These are my selections that I'm going to vote for this year. I can't believe it's already been a year. There are a lot of great channels that are in that Hall of Fame, and I just want to give a special thanks to Jake over at Legends Never Die. He puts a lot of time and energy and effort into compiling these results and coming up with that video to introduce the new class. So this will be for 2024. I've already seen a handful of these videos and they've been great. Some channels that I love that I'm just really happy to see selected or nominated, I should say, for that. And then some other channels that I had never heard of. And that's one of the great things about the Sports Card Hall of Fame, is being able to share the love with other channels and get to learn new ones. And it's just a fun thing. I'm all about the positivity 99% of the time, and this is one of those things. So first off, and this is a guy I voted for last year who I was sure was going to make it, and so I am even more sure this year, Jimmy Guns. Jimmy, I watch a lot of your videos. I don't comment on yours as often as maybe I should, but I love your videos. He's got a great channel. He does auctions, he shows off his Raiders collection, a bunch of other great videos. My favorite videos of his are where he just sits down in front of the camera and talks sports cards, and just kind of shares his opinions on things. It's great. Definitely check his channel out, and he's a huge Chicago Bears fan, so check him out for sure. All right, another one that I had on the list last year, and then it turned out I think that as far as making sports card videos, he was just under the 3-year mark, but this year he's over 3 years, so that would be Tony Black. TBs, TTM autographs. So just like the card says there, he does a lot of great TTMs, and he shows the autographs, but he also gives you some information on the players. I always love those kind of videos. Great guy in the community, big Notre Dame fan, and just has a lot of really great videos and makes a lot of great comments on channels as well. And just like Jimmy, he is also a huge Chicago Bears fan. All right, next up, another guy that I'm a big fan of. He has one of my favorite channels, Jack over at Bears9 McMahon. Everything in this channel name is awesome to me. The Bears, Jim McMahon, one of my all-time favorite players, who was number 9. He has the best Jim McMahon collection that I have ever seen by far. And obviously, he is also a big Bears fan. Now, they may not be his favorite videos to make, but they're probably my favorite to watch. He has had bad luck on some of his mail days. Some of his packages come back pretty dodgy. And I feel both bad for him, but also semi-amused seeing his reactions and how the cards actually turn out. So great channel. Check him out if you haven't already. He's been making videos and content for quite some time. Great channel. All right, another channel that I love, both watching the videos and the back and forth, comments for each other, is Broncos Breaks. This is a father-son duo. They do some awesome box openings, pack openings. Really enjoy their channel. And don't let their name fool you. They are also big Chicago Bears fans, so they also get a vote from me. Next up, and just so you guys know, these are in no particular order. They're just however the cards came about. So here we go. The next one here is the Card Closet. This is Eric. He has a fantastic channel. His videos are right up my alley. Again, my favorite videos are the ones where people really love the cards, and it shows in their videos. And he has a lot of knowledge, a lot of awesome content. So definitely check him out. Huge Bears fan as well. So definitely check out Eric if you haven't already. Next up, we've got Mike over at the Ditka Collector. He's been making videos for a while, and he has some great ones. A fantastic Mike Ditka collection, Chicago Bears collection. He does a lot of great videos, so definitely check his out. Love his channel, and obviously a big Bears fan as well. Okay, next up, we've got TJ Mack Vintage Cards and Nostalgia. This is Terry, one of my all-time favorite YouTube channels. They are awesome. This is a perfect name for his channel. The vintage cards are amazing. There is a very much a nostalgic feel to these. Have you guys ever seen A Christmas Story where it's narrated by the guy? TJ Maxx videos are like that. The narration, the commentary that he has, it feels like that. And I absolutely adore it. Great channel, great guy. So definitely check out his channel as well. He does a great job of really highlighting not just the players in the card, but the look of the cards, the backgrounds, where the photos were taken, the history. Just absolutely fantastic channel. I would imagine most of you guys have heard of him by now, but if not, I highly recommend this channel right here. So check out Terry. Oh, huge Bears fan as well, obviously. These go without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. And I do want to mention, making these videos is one of my favorite things. Watching these videos is one of my favorite things. Selecting 10 was my least favorite thing by far. There are a whole bunch of channels that it was really hard for me not to include on this. And if you see me watching your videos, commenting on your videos, and you're not one of these 10, you could probably know that you were in consideration and that it was very, very hard for me. I had a extremely hard time. Last year, the way I selected these was a drawing. I put all of them in a hat, and I just picked the first 10 that came out. I decided this year to really think it through a little more, but it was not easy. And there were also some channels that are almost 3 years, like Brian over at Walk and Balk. He's just a couple months from 3 years. So he didn't quite make the list, unfortunately, but another great channel. And there are so many like that. Channels that have been out 1 year, 2 years, almost 3 years. And then there are some that have been out a long time that I really love that almost made it. So it was very hard for me. But anyway, these are the 10 for this year. Next up, we've got Darren, the Sports Card Professor, another channel that I just love. If you watch his videos, you can see that he really puts a lot of time and thought into these. He does a great job breaking down sets from the different sports, the different years, going into the process, the different inserts. You learn a lot about the cards, the sets, and I love his videos, so definitely check out Darren if you haven't already. Also a big Chicago Bears fan, legitimately. Okay, and then one of my favorite people that I've met in this YouTube card community is Ed over at Angry Old Man. Some of my favorite videos. He is just an all-around good guy. Don't let the name fool you. He has an amazing, very impressive autograph collection. He does a great job of shouting out other channels, supporting other channels, and he has fantastic videos. Just a great guy. Definitely recommend him. Huge Chicago Bears fan. Ed over at Angry Old Man. And last but certainly not least, we've got my buddy Steve over at Vintage Cards Steve. Now, this is what's kind of cool. I'm predominantly a football card collector. I have a little bit of baseball. I had a little collection going in the 90s, but nothing major. I love the sport of baseball, the history of baseball. Baseball movies are some of my favorite movies of all time. I think I've seen Field of Dreams, Bull Durham, For Love of the Game, The Natural, and a bunch of others many, many times. I just love those. Major League. There's some really great baseball movies. And so Vintage Card Steve does a great job of helping educate me on some of the baseball players. Some of them I may have heard of but didn't know much about. He does player spotlights, and it's a great way for me to learn more about them and really appreciate the cards. And so, yeah, Vintage Card Steve, huge Bears fan, great channel. So those are my 10 nominees for this year. Thank you very much for watching. Please go check out those channels and support them if you haven't already. The YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame is a fun, positive way to support other channels, to recognize other channels. And I just want to say thanks for everyone who is participating in voting this year, for those of you watching these and checking out these channels. Thank you so much for that. And I'll be back with more videos in the near future. And as always, go Bears.